breaking through the Matrix.
How's it going, guys and gals? My name is Triple Heat, and welcome to a very interesting video that I did not think I'd be doing. So, our video that me and my friends decided to make, we found this app off of TikTok, and apparently if you ask the bot that's on there for coordinates, it will give you coordinates, and apparently if you go to those coordinates, weird stuff's gonna happen. So me, Jon, Jessie, and Brittany, the four of us decided to, you know what, let's hop in a car and go for a little roadie. So, we looked at the phone, we went on the app, we plugged in our location, we gave what we wanted for the bot to know, I don't know, the style or whatever, the genre, what we were looking for. Anyway, so we went to our first destination. So we arrived at our first destination, and honestly, it wasn't that exciting. We were there for maybe 2 minutes, and then Jessie decides to climb a tree. Don't know why. Jesse's Jessie. He's the weird one of the group, but I still love you, man. Anyway, so after we kind of looked around, went through the bushes, see if we could try and find anything weird. The only thing that really stood out to me personally was the fact that we were all having this like sinking feeling that we weren't supposed to be there. Other than that, yeah, it wasn't really anything spectacular.
That's kind of random.
What, that you found the card?
Random card out laying in the field.
Welcome to Rando Nuts.
John's favorite number.
He came across a card and Brittany decided to keep. It was a 8 of diamonds. I know you can't really see it in the video, but I don't know, it was kind of cool. Little memorabilia just to remember the trip that we made, and who knows, maybe she took the curse home with her. Something fishy afoot.
We're gonna take these photos and we're gonna look back and there's gonna be like demons in the background or something.
Right. So we got a little bit bored and we figured, you know what, let's just go on to the next destination. So we plugged in what we wanted for the bot to give us the next coordinations for, and we came up with this.
Starting route to Quran number 162.
Let's go there,
Proceed
boys.
to the route.
So this was kind of a painful one to try and find. It was a little bit out of the way from where we lived. That's okay. We were jamming out to tunes, goofing off, being teenagers, and you know, the usual stuff kids our age do.
Smooth. Jesse's glitching.
A few bees deals and more. Would like to raise a hammer to everyone who.
We arrived to our first destination, and the weirdest thing happened. So we were just about to come up, and Siri decided, we didn't catch it on camera because we weren't expecting it, but it said, "Be ready to get out of the car and walk." And we were just flipping out, like we weren't sure what was going on. It was just, oh, it was so unsettling to hear a robot say that, but it was okay. We shoved it aside and we decided to press on. Dude just ate it. It's a glitch in the Matrix, bro. So we arrived at our second destination of our grand field trip. But it was kind of weird because after John showed the camera where we were, I can't even really explain it. It was kind of weird. So where we were standing, Brittany actually pointed this out. The clouds above us were circled around us, and the ground that we were standing on, there was a circle, like I would probably say about a 6-foot wide circle of just green weeds. It was super weird. I tried to get the clouds and the greenery, but the camera wasn't picking it up as good as I wanted it to, but it was still super weird.
This was about as eventful as watching a 3-legged dog run. Yo, wait! The face tracking just picked up something, like, in the clouds over there. What the heck?
Man, we were bored. We could not find anything, and we were kind of getting frustrated because there was literally nothing. And we had this whole video hyped up, and I thought to myself, man, this video is gonna flop and it's gonna suck. So we just, okay, we'll give it one more try. So we got to our vehicle, we got Jessie to get the car back, and then we hopped into the car and headed to our next destination. So the app wasn't working after we left the field, and so we decided, okay, let's go home, use the Wi-Fi, and maybe that'll work better. So while we were waiting for the the internet to connect or whatever, we noticed on the card that the bottom 8 was missing.
See the other 8, it's gone.
And when we first picked it up, it wasn't missing in the first place when we first picked it up, and we were all tripping out. Like we're like, what is going on? Are we on something right now? Like, was there something in the air, or like what was going on? So we were kind of weirded out about that, but finally the bot decided to work, and we went off to our next destination.
Let's rock and roll, boys. It's gonna be great.
So we lived close by the garbage disposal area, junkyard, whatever you want to call it. And it wasn't weird when we first got there. Found some cool things to play with and goof off with. And yeah, that was about it.
Oh god. This is what white people do when they're drunk. Oh! You good, dude? Yeah.
Let's ask for chains, and now you found chains.
Oh shit!
What?
Think about it, boys! Matrix! On the random app, he did something completely different. He pressed blind spots, and then asked him what he wanted to find, and he put chains. And then it was glitching out, and now look what I just found.
Spoke into existence.
It wasn't really spectacular. It was kind of a flop, but what's next is super, super unsettling.
So yeah, we just found this cinder block. It says find your adventure, and that's literally what the app says when you first buy it.
Crazy.
Found my chains.
Yeah, so that was probably for me the weirdest part, even with the clouds in the field and that sort of thing. Out of all this experience, that was probably the weirdest thing for me, because that whole thing was more or less, I don't know. It was kind of pre-done, and it didn't seem more like a coincidence. It seemed like that's what we were supposed to find. And yeah, so as an encouragement for everybody out there, find your adventure. Quarantine can't tie the human race down, and I know that everyone out there has a life, and they gotta live it. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more.
And as always, we'll catch you in the next video.